So, one of the benefits of meditation that not a lot of people talk about or might not even use as a means of motivation to get them to meditate is very, very simple. It actually helps us slow down time. If you think about it, if you're one of those people that's very busy and you have a lot to do, maybe you're anxious all the time. You're constantly looking at the clock. I have to be here at 5 o'clock. I have to wake up at 6 o'clock. I only have 2 more hours to sleep, right? If you're an insomniac, okay. If you have, oh God, I got to pick the kids up by 3 and then I got to be here by 3:30 and then I got to do this. And life never stops. That clock just keeps ticking. So most of us say, man, there aren't enough hours in the day to get everything that I need to get done. We have a lot on our plate, but meditation is one of those things that, man, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to sit down and just be. I've got too much stuff going on. Well, if you want a time for yourself that can help you dramatically just for 5 minutes, maybe even less, allow you to almost slow down that ticking clock that is constantly moving, meditation is one of those ways. Now, how does it do this? Well, think about all the stuff that we have to do. Again, we say, there's not enough hours in the day, there's not enough minutes, I just have too much to do. You're busy at work, you're busy at home, busy with this, busy with that. Well, if you just sat down for a couple minutes and you didn't focus on all of the things that you have going on, you didn't focus on work, didn't focus on this, driving, kids, whatever else that you have on your plate, and all you did was just focus on your breath. Most people, because we're so stimulated, we're always listening to something in the car, we're always doing something, we're out, we're in, we're watching TV, we're watching a show, or we're constantly stimulated. When we don't have any of that stimulation and we're just sitting there, like, have you ever seen someone waiting for something in this day and age, 2022, sitting somewhere and not on their phone? I rarely see it. It doesn't matter where I am. If someone's waiting for something, whether that's a coffee, whether that's a food, whether that's a line for, doesn't matter. People are always on their phone. Even if they're doing something else, most people are watching TV, watching a show, and on their phone at the same. They're doing multiple things at once. But if you cut all that off, you're not watching anything, you're not listening to anything, you're not reading anything, you're not stimulated by anything, you just sat there. Most people would be like, okay, it's been 10 seconds, where's my stimulation, right? I need something new, right? Think about all the apps where it's stories, right? You can't even put anything up there for more than 60 seconds, or like it just one to the next to the next to the next to the next. We have constant stimulation. Look at the movies today, right? There's very few movies that are very slow and drawn out and it's like it's one to the next action, this boom 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 boom. So when you just sit there, time slows down. You're almost like, how long has it been? It's only been 60 seconds. I still got another 4 minutes of this. So it allows that perspective to shift, because you're not waiting for the show to end or the next scene or the next scrolling through and the next thing. The stimulation is nothing. There's no stimulation. Maybe you're like I've described in a video, maybe listening to something, but it's ambient noise. It's not a song that's repeating lyrics or anything like that. It's very mellow. But just think about that. 5 minutes for most people just sitting there breathing will feel like an hour. So if you want to slow down time and give yourself a little break from the stimulation, meditation, especially just a quiet breathing meditation, is fantastic. I've shared in other videos how to meditate, so you can check that video out and maybe start your practice. I'm also, if I haven't posted it already by this video, but I am going to be sharing my meditative process that I'm going through currently at the moment. But again, it doesn't take more than 2, 3, 4 minutes for you to get the benefits of meditation. It just has to be a consistent thing. If you can carve out that time, which I think we all do, we might not want to do that, But again, if you're someone who's anxious or you feel like you don't have enough time in the day, meditation is a way to give you another perspective. And then maybe, just maybe, after you come out of that meditative process, you start to look at some of these things that stimulate you and distract your attention. And maybe you can say no to those things and realize you have this big, powerful brain with so much capacity. It can get so much done in such a short period of time. And if you say, well, hey, I still have all these different things to do, again, this big brain of yours can figure out solutions to the problems that you have. But if you're not using it, if it's always stimulated by all these thoughts coming in from TV shows and apps and phones and all these different things, then you're going to be limited. So meditation is a process for me that helps me slow down time, because I've always got thoughts going on and I am one of these people who's stimulated a lot. So I need that time to help reset, to calm everything down and relax. But it also allows me to then come out of that process and have more of myself, more of my brain capacity to get the things done, to solve the problems that I have. Because I'm not constantly stimulated from some other ideas, I'm starting with a blank slate, I'm starting fresh, I'm starting anew. So one of the reasons why I believe that meditation is so powerful is that it literally slows down time. Now, maybe you get to the process where you enjoy meditation so much that you sit down for 10 minutes and the time goes by very quickly because you actually want to stay there longer. So that, I think, is maybe a goal for the long term, but most people, when they first start out, 5 minutes is going to feel like an eternity, and that is a good thing. That is a good thing for you to be able to change that up. Life can slow down a little bit for you, and then you're going to go back into the craziness that is life, and maybe you'll have a little bit more of that perspective and a little bit more of you that you can give in the world around you. So that's a benefit. Hope you enjoy it. Until next time, I'll see you then.